Stewardship with SNB. It's probing.
You want to kill, you want to bury. What is it all about?
Beckoning on you occupying that public office to give account of your stewardship.
To be that quiet, he's the executive governor of this state and he's the leader and head of our party.
Politics on the menu.
I don't know what will happen. The governor needs whatever directive he brings, I will follow.
What about the surprises?
Some Rivers people in diaspora are reacting to the crisis rocking the state, and while others are even applauding the governor for defending and saving democracy and eschewing illegality in the state. It will be recalled that a few days ago the governor dethroned the erstwhile local government chairman, vice chairman, councillors, and then replaced them with HLGAs, that is local government head of local government administrations. And the day after, he quickly swore in the citizen chairman, which he describes as IMT, that is interim management team, to ensure that that third tier of government is well taken care of. This has given rise to the kudos given to him by some Nigerians and of course Rivers people in the diaspora, whereas they give knocks to those who distract the governor. This is the best way to start today's program, Stewardship with SNB, live from the studios of Rstv here in Port Harcourt. Don't forget, this program is viewed all over the world via our social media handles such as YouTube and Facebook. And of course, we are on GoTV channel 142 and Start Times channel 113. Don't worry, you will connect to the studio via our telephone lines that will display on your TV set. My name is Solomon Nasser Braid. I'll let you know who my guest is, not without this break. Stay with us.
Stewardship with SNB. It's probing.
You want to kill, you want to bury. What is it all about?
Beckoning on you occupying that public office to give account of your stewardship.
To be that quiet, he's the executive governor of this state and he's the leader and head of our party.
Politics on the menu.
I don't know what will happen. The governor needs whatever directive he brings, I will follow.
What about the surprises?
Action that I've accepted to follow will be taken for my witness. I will surprise them.
Watch Stewardship at 12:30 p.m. on weekdays. Stewardship with SNB, a new trajectory to broadcast journalism. Join us.
Just joined us. The program is Stewardship with SNB from the studios of Rstv in Port Harcourt. Well, as I told you earlier on, that Nigerians in the diaspora are beginning to react to what is happening in the state, and some of them are giving knocks to those who are distracting the governor, whereas others are giving kudos, like I mentioned earlier on, to the governor for defending democracy. This is why we have carefully invited our daughter of the soil, as you may put it, who lives far away in Houston, in the United States of America. Is it Nigeria, America? Is it America, Black American or something? Whatever that she is, she will tell us who she is. But she's a Nigerian, a Rivers daughter, who once contested for the deputy governorship of Rivers State in 2019, and then some very ugly incidents made her to seek for asylum in that state, in the state, of course. And today she's here. She is with the president, Perfected the Saints Global USA, Houston, Texas, deputy governor, chief candidate, APP 2019, a Rivers born and a real Port Harcourt girl, she describes herself. A child star of the award-winning dance drama, back then, Ibejima, by Amatu Braid of blessed memory. A televangelist of who is this Jesus, the Gospels. An encourager, a mobilizer, supporter of good over evil. An advocate and ambassador of peace globally. I'm talking about no other person than Princess SOALA LAWSON Jack. Is that the best way to welcome you?
Yes.
Welcome to our Rstv studio.
Thank you very much for having me.
Many be wondering why you are here in this studio. You live far away in the Houstons, in the States. We're here today because of what? Let's start from there.
To put a face to the voice that has been speaking and be talking about River State non-stop on social media, and especially when it concerns our governor, Siminalayi Fubara, our dear governor. I am here to give him encouragement and to tell him that we Rivers people in diaspora are in full support of what he's doing. That's why I'm here, and I'm glad that here in Rstv, people talk about politics. Because since I came into the country from Abuja, I've wanted to go to the Senate, I wanted to go to the Complaint Commission, and people say, please, 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 don't talk about politics, don't talk about politics. But I am glad
that we discuss politics.
Yes, that you talk about politics, and
this
I'm
is
so
right
glad that you're having me today.
This is the right place to be, I must confess.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we would like you to compare, or is it contrast, what it is like in the States, I mean politics in the United States, and that of politics in Nigeria.
Yeah, just like your program is named Stewardship. I think that's the difference between what they have out there and in other civilized climes and what we have here in Nigeria and what we're experiencing, especially in River State. And when we talk about stewardship, we're talking about service, you know. So that's it's not like a profession. When you say stewardship, you're there to serve God and the people. And in democracy, we say it's a government of the people for the people. And that is what is the difference. There, they take care of the people. The people comes first. In stewardship, the people come first.
See?
Yeah, that's the difference. Here, we're talking about self. We put self above the people. I mean, that's the difference. That's
an
in
anomalous
one
situation.
word. Yes, in one word, that's what I'm going to say. Service for the people. And here, service to self. I mean, that's the difference.
What a direct opposite.
And it's sad.
Okay, America prides itself as a bastion of democracy. Would that be correct? Comparing that to what's happening in our client here, Africa.
Absolutely, absolutely. Although recently a lot has been happening politically over there, you know, and I stand to be corrected that every country, every client has its problem, doting problem. And you know that America has had its democracy hundreds of years. But here comes a time when America is also faced with teething problems of democracy since the coming in of former President Trump. It's been one problem or the other. So, like even the big democracy, problems are not absent, okay? But it's different because they always put the people first, and people serve their tenure and go back to live their normal lives. They don't tend to, you know, build a tent around their political appointments or the offices because they are there to serve the people, not themselves. So that's the difference from, and that's why we say that what they have there in America is the hope for the people.
Hope for the people.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. We'll get to know more about that in course of the program. But let me ask you, are you an immigrant or you're a citizen of the United States?
I am not. I am an asylee. It's called, yes, because I sought for asylum.
Why did you seek for asylum? You were in Nigeria, you moved to the US to seek for asylum?
Yeah, absolutely, for the past 5 years.
Is Nigeria not safe enough for you?
That's a very difficult question to...
I remember you contested for the deputy governorship of the state sometime in 2019.
Yeah, that's
under
why.
the ANPP or something.
That's why I went out to seek for asylum here in the United States.
Why?
Because of the violent and turbulent situation that we had at that time. stemming from the predecessor of Wike as at that time, there's been a lot of issues in terms of violence and communal clashes with the youth and everything. So when we contested, in the 2019 elections, honestly, I could hardly sleep. It was so bad. The violent situation around the state was so bad that I had to go seek for solace. That was the election
that saw Wike in his second term.
Absolutely. Yeah, the first was bad, but the second tenure was something else. It was brutal, and a lot of youths lost their lives. It was terrible. So I had to get out of this place.
One thing our viewer do not know is that my guest is a Calabari daughter and from Abonima. And when she says a lot of youth lost their lives, maybe you're referring to the Abonima massacre.
Absolutely, and painfully, I am from that clan. And you will not remember, but several years ago, I spearheaded the rededication of that land to God. We practically prayed where the Amayanobo himself handed over that land to God. He gave his life to Christ in the open. And we prayed for the youth. And now to see that the youths are now being used against themselves for political issue, it's really a pain to some of us that have, great hopes for the youth of the state.
Okay, Houston, Texas had a lot of Nigerians living there. What's the attraction? And you are there too?
Yes.
Any special attraction?
In Houston, Houston is welcoming to everybody. It's like, and you will not believe that when you get into Houston, especially in Texas, you think you're in Nigeria.
Oh, really?
We have a lot of Nigerians there.
We have Nigerian food as well.
Yes, we have a lot of Nigerians. We have a lot of Rivers people. We have the Rivers daughters. We have the Okrika group, the Calabari group. We're just there. It's like home.
So what's your involvement with the Joe women in America?
Truly, no. Because I'm under asylum, I didn't give myself the pleasure of getting involved with a lot of such groups. But most of them are like friends and family. That's the much I can say. I'm not part of any of those for now.
All right, let's get down to politics, because that's why you're here.
Yes.
Because you heard that we discuss politics in Rstv. You once contested for the deputy governorship of River State, meaning that you wanted to lead River State, be a second citizen of River State. Tell us your experience about it.
Truly, I'm not a politician. I was nominated to be the deputy governor to Liesi Gorobosi in 2019 on the platform of APP. So when I was called upon to serve, like I said, stewardship is of service. I was working as an event manager, in Port Harcourt, and like I'm also a media personality. I'm also into the creative arts, which is my profession. So I say here distinctly that politics is not an office, is to serve the people. You are empowered, you're there, you've been given a position of service. And so when I was called upon by a group of Christians that I should be an assistant or a deputy to Gorobosi, I accepted it because I felt, coming from the Christian background, would be able to change the narrative in the state. Basically, that's why I went into the race, not as a politician, but an agent of change.
All right. You have not really shared your experience with us in the conduct of that election and, of course, how it all ended. That's exactly what I want to know.
It was a sad tale. Everyone that was in the observation room, like that day I was in the observation room, the situation room, you know, whatever it was. And I could tell, because we were getting the information firsthand. And I will say categorically, a lot of things happened. And by the time I left, we made it categorically clear that what happened was a sham when we talk about elections. And that was what brought the former governor into his second tenure. Because we had first-hand information, apart from running for the campaigns on the platform of APP, we later merged with Accord Party, led by Chief Lumo Lulubrix. So that was where I ended the political contest for that year.
Okay, your party ANPP merged with Accord.
Not every one of us, you know, because yes, okay. I had to like pitch my tent with Lulubrix because I agreed with his ideologies. You know,
so you abandoned your governorship candidate. That's what it means.
Well, we all had to go our way.
You didn't trust him enough.
Absolutely, because I found out that he had another focus from actually what we thought he had in mind.
Okay, it was when a true Nigerian politician.
Absolutely.
Interesting. I just wanted to bring you to tell us about why you abandoned your governorship candidate at the time. All right, let's get down to real estate. You are a daughter of this state. Even though you live far away in the States, in the United States, I mean. The state is on a political crossroads right now. In your opinion, what got us to this point? First, is it the Constitution? Is it the system, the judiciary, or politicians?
I would say everything.
Really?
Everything that you have named played a role at every point that had brought us here. But I think the honors would generally fall on the politicians themselves, because basically a lot of politicians in Nigeria, and especially Rivers State, I think basically most of them before now do a lot of personal thing instead of putting service above self. I think that's what is bringing us to where we are right now. And I was on my way to the NBA house a couple of days ago, and I had the opportunity to walk through the courthouse, you know, there.
Somewhere in Moscow Road.
Absolutely. And I was just praying to myself, and I said it out loud. And somebody heard me, one of the senior lawyers heard me, and he said, "Amen." I say amen to that. And what's the prayer? I said, there are two bodies that have been divinely orchestrated by heaven to bring peace and justice to mankind. And that is the church and the judiciary. And as it is right now, especially in Rivers State, it seems as if the evil one is taking control of those two houses, and we have to kick him out. And the man said, amen. And I say, amen, even right now on this program, that something has to be done to change this, you know, the thinking of the people that are supposed to bring justice to the common man. You see, the court system is supposed to be the last hope for the common man, but that's not what we are seeing in what is happening here in our state, especially when it comes to the fallback of what has happened in the past 1 year, and it's very, very sad.
Okay, Princess SOALA LAWSON Jack, I want you to speak to the Rivers crisis now. You are aware, far away in the US, you people have been following the activities of the state as you follow what's happening in Nigeria as well. Now, the crisis erupted Rivers State has eaten deeply into the very fabrics of our social life, our economic life, our political life, if you like. Now, what do you think is the problem? Why have we found ourselves here? Who is to blame? The rivalry between the successor and the predecessor in terms of the governorship.
I mean, it's heartbreaking for us out there, you know, following the drama, you know, the play out of the events between the predecessor and the successor and our governor, who is our governor, Sinalai. It's so sad and heartbreaking. And truth be said, just like I have said, out there and in other civilized climes, when you have served your tenure, I mean, honors falls on you. It's honorable for you because if you have served meritoriously, you just go back when you have finished, you go back and live your normal life. Go back to what, you know, is your profession. Go back to what you were doing before you were called to service. You're not supposed to, you know, build a tent. You're not supposed to make that position that you have been given to serve the people your own. I think that's the problem. And if for any reason there is a new leadership, I think that leader should be given the respect that is due him.
So isn't that a systemic problem? Because in the US where you come from, a governor cannot finish his tenure and then begin to antagonize his successor. Does it happen?
Never. And that is why I am here. Honestly, I have the opportunity. I don't have any reason to be in Nigeria right now, not to talk of Rivers State, because I just got my my new opportunity to be in America for the next 5 years.
Okay.
But how can I be somewhere else when my home is on fire? You know, we know that a lot of Nigerians are leaving or seeking for opportunity to leave Nigeria, and here we are. I would say I and those in diaspora, we pray and hope that this will change, and that's why we are here, and that's why we are lending our voice to say this should stop. When you're done with your tenure, you have to go back and give space to whoever is there and help, give support, give that person an opportunity to thrive and flourish. Just the way the person, I mean, when you were there, you were aided to succeed. I think anybody that sees at the ends of the affair right now, who is our dear governor, should be given the opportunity to thrive and to flourish for the job that he has been called to do. And that is what we are saying from the diaspora.
Okay.
Should happen in Rivers State.
Okay, so if you were to change anything in Rivers State, what would that thing be?
The thinking of our leaders, our elders. I say our elders because we have elder statesmen, we have elders, opinion leaders. I have the opportunity to listen to Sir G.T. Toby days ago on is it Rstv?
Arise. It was on Arise.
I prayed for him, especially that we need elder statesmen like him that will look at the bull's eye and say the truth, not minding whose horse is God. That please let this man flourish and thrive. Give him an opportunity. If he does anything wrong, we would know and will tell him also. For now, we have not seen, he has not even been given the opportunity. Like he said in one of his speeches, he said, I think when it was 100 days or 1 year. Yeah, he said something. He said, you know, it's just about 4 months. We're talking about 1 year, and that is the truth. Even when he said 4 months, it's like I mean, he's even giving himself time.
Yeah, that was
he
when
has
he
really,
actually settled down.
Absolutely, he has not really had time to be.
6 months lost or so.
I mean,
or about 8 months lost.
So if I have anything to change at all, is to appeal to the conscience of Rivers men and women to rethink of what is happening, because every one of us is culpable. Every one of us is responsible for what is going on, and not talking at all makes it even worse.
You are not blaming the judiciary. You only blame the system or politicians. The judiciary is interpreting the same law differently.
SNB, I've already talked about the judiciary. They are in trouble. They are, I mean, I said the church and the judiciary.
Right.
Those are the two divinely ordained bodies to bring peace and justice, and they are the ones causing this issue right now. The church is refusing to talk because they are compromised. The judiciary is there causing all the problems because they are also compromised. You know, so
can the house of God be compromised?
Absolutely.
How? These are men of God.
You see, for long, the church has been preaching prosperity, and that has been the problem in the church of God today. But thank God for what God is doing in His church today.
They're not preaching soul winning, prosperity.
For a very long time, the souls of men had been in second place to what comes to the church, to building empires. We've talked about it. And we thank God for what God is doing right now in His church. He's taking back what belongs to Him. The church belongs to God, not to any man. You know, so right now God is doing His thing. Jesus said there is nothing that is hidden that will not be revealed. And look at what is happening all over the world. God is causing revival. He's causing a new move in the church. And that is what He will also do in leadership when it comes to governance.
All right, we've been talking to Princess SOALA, LAWSON Jack. She is the president, perfecting the Saint Global USA, Houston, Texas. We'll take a short break. When we return, we'll hear more about Rivers politics from the princess in the house. Stay with us.
Stewardship with SNB. It's probing.
You want to kill, you want to bury. What is it all about?
Beckoning on you occupying that public office to give account of your stewardship.
To be that quiet, he's the executive governor of this state and he's the leader and head of our party.
Politics on the menu.
I don't know what will happen. The governor leads, whatever directive he brings, I will follow.
What about the surprises?
Action that I've accepted to follow will be taken for my witness. I will surprise them.
Watch Stewardship at 12:30 p.m. on weekdays. Stewardship with SNB. A new trajectory to broadcast journalism. Join us.
All right, we've been discussing Rivers politics. My guest in the studio is Princess SOALA, LAWSON Jack. She is the president, perfecting the Saint Global USA, Houston, Texas. It is now time for you to join the conversation as usual. We value and take our viewer very seriously on this program, so we cannot do it alone without you. So join us on the conversation as we display our telephone lines on your TV screen to take advantage of it and call us to have your say. But before you do that, let me set once again set the rules. You turn down the volume of your TV set. I repeat, turn down the volume of your TV set or move away from your TV set so there will be no callback. Oftentimes when you call, you want to hear yourself. Please, for us to have a smooth conversation, turn down the volume of your TV set and join the conversation. It's going to be very interesting to talk to you in the studios here in Rstv. All right, let me remind you of who you were in the past. You were once a stage actor, am I correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Maybe you will remember some of the actors that existed with you performed with you that time. But the question is, what has changed in between your days and now?
Fortunately,
First of all, do you remember those who were acting alongside?
Absolutely, like there's Columbus Iriswanga.
He's still there.
He's still
He's
there.
in Nollywood. He's a big boy in Nollywood.
He's still there. He's like he is like a father to us. He himself and the late Auntie Amatu Braid, they were like fathers to father mother to us back then at the Arts Council. We were like, I think I was in secondary school, class 3 then, when we went for that award-winning dance drama that we went for. We were sourced for. They came to the school and we were picked. 4 of us, myself, Hilda Dokubo, Opekere Jamabo, and Soyemi Opuene were the little ones that were part of that contingent that went to Zaria, Medjugorje in that year. And then and now, honestly, I had the opportunity to be part of when River State became 50. I think 50.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we went back to the council, and honestly, it was sad to see what had happened from when we were there and what they have right now. They're still doing the little that they can. Right now, my friend Iwokoko is in the helms of the DG too. So they're doing what they can, but I think more can be done because the creative part of every country and state is very lucrative in terms of making money for the state. Tourism, culture, and River State is endowed with so much that we can show to the world. So that's my prayer, that the government should look into the creative arm of the state and do all they can to, attract investors. I mean, River State in those days used to be the peaceful hub where people love to come to River State. All that is gone. I pray that the governor will be given the peace of mind to do what he needs to do as a riverine governor, because we need the waters. We are River State. We need the waters, and there is no country in the world with the kind of waters, body of waters that River State has, that will not grow. In terms of when you talk about
you see economy.
When you say economy, when you talk about bringing investors, foreign investors, luring them, the water we have is a gold mine. Yes.
Interesting. All right. Once again, let me remind our viewer that you can join the conversation via our telephone line that is displayed on the TV set, and then converse with us in the most civilized manner, but not without turning on the volume of the TV set, so that there will be no callback and we can have a smooth conversation. Telephone lines are already displayed on the TV set. We have Princess SOALA LAWSON Jack, a Nigerian, and a Rivers daughter in diaspora, who has flown to Nigeria and River State to talk about the politics that is rocking, the political crisis that is rocking the state. Of course, that alone is a service to a state, for her to leave a comfort zone to come to River State and then talk truth to power, and that all those who are distracted the governor should cease forthwith. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. We'll talk about your days in acting. Some argue that Nigeria believes in quantity than quality in acting. What's your take?
Well, professionally, I am like, I majored in directing. And directing, it's Directors are those behind the scenes.
But you cannot divorce directing and acting.
Acting, no. Like, I've been on stage like practically all my life. Like I said, from age 13. Okay, so truly, growing up in Nigeria, then it was more like stage acting, stage plays, until it's involved into Nollywood, now doing cinemas.
I may have to interject, but you continue that thought. Let's hear from this caller because our viewer are very important to us. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the program. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Yeah, my name is Mene. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Your name is Mene?
Yes, calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, thank you for joining us.
I want to thank you and our beloved President for his name in taking the truth. We want to know that we cannot run from the truth. Those who have destroyed the country today is the politicians and judiciary, because they are not honest. They accept the compromise. I want you to know that the government is sent by God. They are happy to ask their million persons in that position, but they will not do it. They are constitutional, and they give the opportunity to pass. If there is difficult, you will not do it. So the thing that God has told you, you should look at what the contribution of the governor when you work in our country. The contribution you made to the governor. You should not look at the place of the best governor. You should look at the best contribution you made to him. You don't give him in that position. You don't have it trust in him. You keep rich. You make sure that even other people outside cannot do. So when you look at the role he played, he said the governor have confidence and gave him that position. Because he tried. You like it. You have confidence in him that he will not betray him in the state here. So we should allow him to rule. We don't think that he can give the best. We lost every try. I've said with him, I told him, he's going to give the best. Let's ask him allow him to rule. We can make the history of Dr. Odile, who during his period, people do not suffer. We have a little heart to everyone. And if you look at the picture of our present government today, you have a little heart for everyone. So we should give you a support to. You have ruled. Why don't you see that as a better man? You know people who have become governors. You say, wait, the only contribute but you don't attend government. So we believe that the time is now for us to sit down and support him. Look at what has happened in other states. You see that in other states, these states have taken a lesson that the governor is peaceful, very loving, very accommodating. There are some people in the state that will give this position, that the government cannot come and do what he's doing. So you should not look at the stage, you should not look at the statue, but you should look at the position that you have given to him. If you look at the Bible, you see that even in the house of David, David was his lawyer, but he was called from the bush. So among his politicians, he was loyal, and he was called to come and take the position because of the fear of God and the confidence that he had in him. So you should support him and look back at what you have done to him. Look at what the reason as to when he was in government. So I want to thank you, and I say, God Almighty, you continue to guide me, protect him, and he's going to give you to the best.
All right.
For you.
Thank you so much, Mene. Thank you so much for your thoughts. Thank you. We appreciate you. All right. Mene is aligning with your thoughts. That God actually brought the governor to power, and not his predecessor who claims that he actually brought him to power.
But SMB, somebody has to bring somebody. Somebody brought the past governor also to become governor. In fact, he wasn't supposed to be the governor when he became governor. So, whatever way the present governor had come is God. If God did not permit it, it wouldn't have happened. We thank the past governor for bringing this governor to us. And let him please allow him to do the job that he has brought him to do. That is what we are begging him.
All right, let's hear from another caller here. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Hello. Hello, are you there? Oh, we lost this call. please do well to call us back, because we're here, because you are there, and you're watching and enjoying, following the conversation. Okay, the call is back again. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Your TV volume is high. Could you turn it down?
Permit me to drop this information.
Please, before you do that, kindly turn down the volume of your TV set.
I'm sorry, wait now. I'm off.
All right, thank you.
Let's see if you can get me clearer.
Go on.
I'm speaking to my sister that's trying to look for solution now.
There is still interference. Between the volume of your TV and, of course, our studio here.
She have identified where the problem is coming from. The contribution to respect, to let us know, because we that are here, we know the truth. So how to help and let the judiciary in Nigeria do the right thing? Because this court is giving another verdict, this one is giving another verdict. Where do we stand? That is my question. Thank you.
All right. So where do we stand when the court is giving different verdicts on a particular case?
We have to kick the devil in the judiciary out in the mighty name of Jesus, by saying the truth ourselves, because this government is for the people, by the people. We put these people in position. They have to listen to us. They have to listen to us. And if the court is not doing the right thing, we the people can make them do the right thing.
How do you do that?
By telling them the truth. We have the opportunity to tell the court the truth. If they are failing to do the right thing, because not doing the right thing is jeopardizing everybody, putting everybody in harm's way. So it is time for the people themselves to come up to tell the truth to themselves and to the judiciary. Like we said, the judiciary, they belong to a church. They have pastors, and that's where the pastors, the priests come in. Most of all these people go to church. Let their pastors vomit all that they have eaten and begin to speak the truth to power. Let them begin to speak.
Are you saying that there's a complicity between the pastors themselves and the politicians or something?
Absolutely.
The pastors should vomit what they have eaten.
In fact,
what are they vomiting? They're vomiting money?
The compromise, the
like
money that has stopped
excess food in their stomach?
Absolutely. They need to vomit whatever it is that is stopping them from saying the truth.
All right. All right. Let's have another caller. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to my program.
Thank you so much. I'm watching your program.
All right. Your name?
I want to really thank the doctor for inviting in your studio this afternoon.
Your name is greeting you. Your name
Thank
is?
My name is AK. I'm calling from Wooding.
Okay, AK, welcome to the program.
Yes. I really want to thank the doctor via University today in our studio.
All right.
Thank you.
She's very stressed what we need to hear. She's not biased according to me it is. Governor Kubara has come to be our governor. Absolutely from God. And he will stay to be our governor for the next 4 years. There's no trouble, no issue to that. According to what my auntie, my sister has said in the studio there, she's a true woman of that state. If everybody will come out to discuss and give politics and say the way it's just the way my auntie said it here, I think we'll have to deliver this. People have used politics to destroy us as relevant people of land dichotomy, relevant dichotomy, instead of being to grow up. I school in Kalamari with all my brothers were never angry, and we live in peace. The politicians have come to divide us, which we don't understand. That is what my sister is teaching there. We should come together and support our governor in Kubar as our governor. And thank God for the governor who has taken every one of us together. Not finding where he comes from. It's a true river citizen. And he will be there as governor. And if you go for second term.
Okay, AK, can I ask you a question? AK, hold the line. Hello? Hold the line.
Yes, sir.
Okay. AK, the River's daughter here in the studio, Princess SOALA LAWSON Jack, has said here that the members of the judiciary also belong to different churches around town, and that their pastor should speak to them to vomit whatever they are eating so that they can do the right thing. What is it they are vomiting?
I wish they are listening to this program now. I should have been so happy. They are taking light here.
Okay, PhD
has... They are taking light. I'm not seeing, but I'll still speak my mind.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to say is that even the judiciary themselves know the right thing to do. The corruption has destroyed we Nigerians in particular.
Okay.
But above all, thank God for the governor. Thank God for what he has been doing in that case. Like what I said, I'm a full supporter of similarity as the governor of the party, and nobody can change it. He has come to stay and will be there for the next 4 years. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, K, for sharing your thought. Even though there is lights out in your area, you can no longer see us, but you can hear us. All right, that's Nigeria for you. Okay, so what's the power supply like, power outage? You experience it in the US?
Never.
Never.
If there's any problem,
that's good governance.
where it's a system where everything works. You see, because people are committed to serving
you need to pay the
people.
bills.
Yes, you have to pay the bills. I mean, you don't see your meter. You don't touch your meter. You don't know. Your own is just to subscribe. And you have the opportunity to choose from whatever carrier, whoever you want to go to give you power. We have a lot of them. You choose the one you want and pay your bills. You don't need to see you don't need to see your meter. You don't need to touch anything.
Really?
Just pay. You just get light.
Okay.
That's what happens.
Well,
and that's where I should go to.
All right. Hello, good afternoon. Oh, we lost it. All right. Now that you are in the country and you're in your home state, if you come face to face with him as the governor, what would you be telling him to do at a time like this?
Oh, I pray for him every day. And I said the same thing yesterday. I would tell him to just trust in God. Just hold on to God and keep doing what he's doing in truth. First thing, he should listen to his heart. Everybody around him, everybody in and around, he should be careful because, I mean, men, we, including myself, everybody may have ulterior motive. We don't know. He has what he has planned to do for River State. Let him be focused. Follow his heart. Look at the goal. Let his eyes be on the goal and forget about the distraction. When he puts his trust in God, he will not see shame. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but God will save him from them all. Like I said before, if Siminalaye has done anything in this 100 days, one year, we will be first to tell him that what he's doing is wrong. But for now, SNB, I may be wrong. I stand to be corrected. He has not done anything wrong yet.
Okay, he has not done anything wrong yet. But sometimes we're surprised. Those of us here at home, when the news break, those of you who are far away, first it breaks with you. You hear it first. Than the way we hear it over here.
Absolutely, because you are sleeping and we are awake.
awake.
So we get the story before you.
Oh yeah, interesting. So what's the feeling like with Nigerians in the diaspora who hear the news break that this has happened, that has happened in River State? What's the mood of Nigerians, particularly Rivers people, especially in Texas?
It's a sad thing, honestly. It's really, really sad and heartbreaking. That's why I made it, a point of duty to also come here to lend a voice as somebody from the outside, because when you're inside, you may not know. You may
How the state is perceived.
And may be prone to tilting to one or the other. But when somebody comes from outside, the person will be able to tell you the truth as it is. So that's and our hope is that the little thing that we're able to do, we'll be able to bring the change that we all desire.
All right. Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Talking to the phone. Talking to the phone. You're very faint.
Afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Promise, calling from Ajib by Motion.
Okay. Promise from Ajib by Motion.
I want to get my own contribution.
Promise, please. Could you raise your voice?
What is happening in Rivers State is not an ordinary orphan is involved. We also want to make the outgoing governor a serious governor who has been there for 8 years. He has been a chief of staff.
All right, we lost Promise there. We apologize. It's not our fault. We are making the network providers disconnected you. All right, I would not be leaving you to go away without asking this question. The Niger Delta story still remains largely untold. In productions, so we you are into productions, the filmmaking and all of that. So in the Western world, people think that every Nigerian you see
is Igbo or Yoruba.
Or Yoruba.
It's I keep telling them, I said, we have over 200, what is 200? Over 1,000 ethnic groups in Nigeria. So we're not all Igbos or Yoruba. Hausa is not told.
Yes, maybe they relate more with them in terms of business and all that.
I mean, maybe, and that's why the Niger Delta story, especially Rivers story, has to be told, and is now.
Perspective.
Absolutely, yes. Begin from now, yes.
Because the story that is told now that Rivers State is unsafe, but the governor dispelled the story yesterday.
Oh no, no, no.
Rivers State is not.
No. Before I came, SNB, they said every other place except Abuja and Port Harcourt. So Port Harcourt is safe.
It's safe.
Yeah.
All right.
It's considered safe regardless.
All right. Let's hear from this caller. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Rachel. I'm calling from Rivers State.
Precious, how old are you?
I'm 17.
Oh.
Precious, you're a little boy. So what do you have to tell us?
What I have to say is that Governor Fubara should help people.
Oh.
Okay.
The cost of food is too much. Just imagine I buy 1 cup of garri 300.
But it's not the governor's fault now. That's a Nigerian factor. The federal government will have to do something to change the course of things. Okay, that caller is a little boy, and he must have finished eating Indomie now.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Noodles, you know. All right, I'm getting signals that my time is almost up. But let me ask Princess SOALA LAWSON Jack, what would be your message to Mr. Governor and the people of the state as you go back to the US?
There is hope and there is light at the end of the tunnel. Like I said before, he should put his eyes on the goal and do what he knows best, what he has in his heart to do for the Rivers people and for Rivers State. God is with him. He will not be put to shame. And for Rivers people, it is well with us. We will come out of this bigger and greater. Thank you for having me.
Will you be contested for an elective position in 2027?
No, I'm not a politician. I'm a Jesus girl.
But you did. You did in 2019.
Because I was recommended. I told you I was.
And you enjoyed yourself playing with the Nigerian politicians. Okay.
It's a hard place to thrive.
Okay, so that's it on our program. Princess SOALA LAWSON Jack, President Perfecting the Saints Global USA, Houston, Texas. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
And we will urge you to take home the good tidings you have heard from your home state. Rivers State is peaceful, and of course, life is going on.
Absolutely.
My name is Solomon Nesselbrae. Join us again next week when this program will come to you in your living rooms. For now, it's bye-bye, and I enjoy the rest of your day.
Stewardship with SNB. It's probing.
You want to kill